Hey, what's up, guys? Footy HD here, back with another episode of the Burnley career mode. On to episode 5 today, all gameplay. And yeah, we're going to take on Brighton in the first game of today's episode. I gave Westwood the game at center mid ahead of new talent Max Mason, of course. And I just wanted to say thank you guys for the support you've been given. If you can drop a like on this video, it'd be greatly appreciated. Just trying to get as many likes as I can. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Some pretty good games in this video. I don't think any as good as the eventful 2 games in the last episode with Leicester and Aston Villa. Both I thought were great games. But we're gonna move on to the first game of today's episode at Turf Moor. Feels like we've been playing a lot of the games this season at Turf Moor. Maybe that's a bad sign for the latter stage of the first half of the season when we start playing all the away games, but Turf Moor is usually where we perform the best, and we start off, we start off brilliantly in this game, showing our dominance. Good possession around the midfield, played into Joelinton into the struggling striker, Chris Wood, and it's just good possession play. Musonda Jr. hits it to Darnell Furlong, takes it past his man, whips it in, and this is the first attack of the game. Chris Wood back on the score sheet for the first time since the United game. I was so happy for him after scoring this. The Kiwi striker struggling to score, but made no mistake with that. I think it was on his weak foot too, his left foot. Just manages to turn past his defender. Really, he just lets it run. Takes one touch and just hits it. It's a beautiful shot in the end, and it's a great start to our first game of the episode 1-0. I felt very confident in this game. Brighton, second to last place in the Premier League. And we would try to take advantage of their poor recent display of form. And here's Musonda Jr., who plays into Darnell Furlong. Darnell whips in across.
Oh, that's a goal at the wrong end.
Yeah.
Well, it's every defender's nightmare.
Don't scratch your eyes. You just saw that happen. Yeah. I have no idea what happened. Darnell Furlong's cross looked to be deflected, and as you'll soon see in a little bit, you'll see from this angle even better, Solly March ends up passing it back to his keeper. You'll see in the slow-mo, the keeper comes out, realizes it's beyond him, tries to clear it, his foot hits the goalpost, trips over the goalpost, and Solly March scores an own goal. I don't really know if I count that much as an own goal error for Solly March rather than the keeper Sanchez, but I mean, it's just a you can't even excuse that. Just a clumsy piece of goalkeeping as Joelinton tries to get himself on the score sheet. Robert Sanchez, I think, does well with that. Maybe saves his reputation at Brighton a little bit. It's a good turn and a good finish as Joelinton looks to turn, feeds it into Chris Wood. Chris Wood, brilliant sideways ball into Musonda Jr. Can he get his first goal for Burnley? Finally, the failed wonder kid from Chelsea delivers, and maybe this is the start of many goals to come from the Belgian. Great finish in the end. I was a little nervous. He was in the same position a couple of games ago and struck it right at the keeper, but he made no mistake, and it's 3-0 inside 40 minutes. I think this might be one of the biggest advantages we've ever held over our opponents. If not biggest advantage, then definitely dominance-wise. I don't think we've ever dominated a game as we've been dominating this game against Brighton. And and the half is going to end really with that, as the Brighton players played around the midfield, and the referee calls halftime, and it was a purely dominated half with a little bit of misfortune for Brighton. As we'll head into the second half, they'll be trying to overturn this deficit, but I don't think it'll be that easy of a task, having to climb a pretty big mountain of goals as Brighton played around the midfield. Ben me, I mean, I just got to do that once per game, don't I? Just go into a challenge flying like that. It's a poor challenge, but you'll get rightly awarded a yellow card as Brighton have a free kick in a somewhat dangerous area. Solly March over it, bends it over the wall and bends it past the post. That is why I wanted to bring in Solly March. He has the capability to do that, and I'll bring on 2 of the young players in, Max Mason and Mumbongo. For the last couple minutes, I feel like this game is already over as Max Mason plays a brilliant ball into McNeil, still searching for his first league assist. Can he get it here? Dwight McNeil We're going to ignore that. Yeah. As you guys can tell from previous episodes, and especially this episode, we have a terrible finishing issue as Musonda looks to grab himself a brace and one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Another squandered chance. Another squandered possible Max Mason assist as Charlie Taylor went for his second goal in 2 games. Unfortunately, could not get that one into the top right corner, but it's great to see him storm up the pitch like that. But we'll win 3-0, and our poor finishing won't come back to bite us in that game. As we'll look to move on to the round of 16 match against Aston Villa, as we're going on a little bit of a cup run here in the Carabao Cup. Still playing our youngsters in this game, of course, Mbongo, the Carabao top goal scorer, but I would not mind going far in this competition with our young players. Probably by around the semi-final stage, I would start playing our real players, our actual first 11. But for the time being, our youngsters are taking us as far as we can, but this will be a difficult team to take on, as Aston Villa had really their entire team out in this one, apart from the likes of, I think, Ramsey at Cam, the youngster, and I think Neil Taylor, if his name is even Neil. I'm just kind of, it's a shot at the dark. The Welsh left back starting for them, a little bit of a fringe player, but Aston Villa will get the first half started at Villa Park as Nakamba and some other, I think there's a couple fringe players in this team, but Mbongo plays it in for Benson. Benson plays into Diallo, who I put out of position at the right mid, the 59 rated center mid. I've subbed him in a couple times, and he's been quite good, actually, for his rating. And I wanted to give him the go at the right mid position. Obviously, probably should have taken a couple more touches in, other than shooting it from there. But Benson, with the poor challenge, will get himself booked with the yellow card. Of course, Benson has a facing game, which is pretty cool for a young player. Not a lot of low-rated players have faces in games, so we'll have to monitor his development, because it would be cool to get his rating quite high with an actual facing game. But Aston Villa now have an opportunity off the free kick. They're just passing it around their back through Courtney House, one of our targets previously. But Mbongo pressures Courtney House. Couldn't win the first time, but wins it the second time. Mbongo now speeds past Courtney House. He's through one-on-one, the competition top goal scorer, and another one-on-one wasted. 3 so far in 2 games, and we are not looking good in front of goal. But come on, I was so disappointed with Mbongo. He hasn't really been able to score since his second goal against Wolves, I believe, or was it West Brom? One of the two. He has not been able to score in quite a while, or actually he scored against Stoke, but it's just his finishing issues have been really coming out. I'm kind of disappointed, as I wanted him to grow into a great player, but with missed chances like that, I don't know if I can afford to play him in games like this. It's just a poor shot. As you can see, he took the weird touch out wide. I don't really know why he did that. I kind of wanted to get the angle, but it was a little bit too heavy of a touch. And we'll move on to the second half as Aston Villa are playing around. Ollie Watkins plays it out wide to Mo Ihataren. It's a good ball, and Ollie Watkins one-on-one. The striker seems to be our Achilles heel with 3 goals in 2 games against us. Just can't stop scoring, and he'll take the lead for Aston Villa. Unfortunately, it's looking like our cup run in the Carabao Cup is coming to an end, as in the 90th minute, Ashley Barnes, one more attack, gets tackled, and the round of 16 cup run is officially over. The kids did as much as they could, but they could not make it past the round of 16. I don't know why these, celebrations, every game you progress in the Carabao Cup, it seems like you win a World Cup final. It's a really strange animation. I think FIFA should maybe change that, as I don't think it's that important. But we'll move on to the next game, try to change our form to go to the south yet again, or south, rather, go to London to play Crystal Palace after playing their rivals Brighton a couple games ago. But we'll go into this game, and as you can see, Jordan Ayew is the top goal scorer of the Premier League at the moment. 8 goals, and he's completely lighting the league up. And he's definitely a player to watch, as straight off the kickoff, Jordan Ayew shows a little couple skills and skins one of my players here. Yeah, it seemed like it was going to be a long game. Thought I would take another loss just off the beginning, as Zaha tries to play through Jordan Ayew, but Ben Meek will collect, plays it to McGinn. Some good one-touch football here. Joe Wellington lets it run on for himself. And then he has an opportunity to feed Chris Wood. Chris Wood in a difficult position, but he'll put it into the bottom left corner. And Chris Wood with his second goal in 2 Premier League games, maybe his season is finally starting to turn around, and his unlucky efforts previously will finally reward him, as the New Zealand striker has been struggling a lot this season. Only had 1 goal up until now. Scores 2 goals in 2 games recently, and that's a brilliant finish. On the angle, when we're struggling with finishing our chances, he really proves that we have at least one man in this team to rely on, as Joe Wellington turns provider for yet another goal. He's the Premier League top assister. That is definitely not what I expected of him when I first signed him, but I will gladly take that, creating chances as the second striker. And Wood will try to play through Joe Wellington and mix the roles as the goal scorer would try to turn provider, but it's too heavy of a pass, and that shows why Joe Wellington here is the assister and not Chris Wood. But I like the first half from the forwards. I think we've kind of cemented our strikers for the rest of the season. Joe Wellington and Chris Wood. Chris Wood, the finisher. Joe Wellington, the more creative striker, like maybe even a center forward type position for him, as Chris Wood would play through the Brazilian Joe Wellington, hopefully trying to turn provider. And how many chances is that now? 1-on-1, 4 now? We have a problem here at Burnley. We just seem to not be able to put our chances away, as top goal scorer of the league, Ayew, will get subbed off for Connor Wickham. And we would bring off Joe Wellington from Mbongo, trying to get him back on form, the youngster, as they play in Connor Wickham. And it's a great save from Pope. And with that, those are really the last few chances of the game, as Chris Wood would try to play it out wide to McGinn. McGinn back to Chris Wood. Chris Wood, can he turn his man? He plays it back to McGinn. It's a good save. I wouldn't call that really a squandered chance. It was a difficult opportunity to shoot. McGinn did his very best on his right foot, his weak foot. And that would wrap up the game there. It's a 1-0 win against Crystal Palace as we move up and higher up the table. And honestly, I haven't really said much of our league objective this season. I just wanted to maybe finish mid-table. But with performances as we're doing, scrapping 1-0 wins, beating teams like Manchester United and Leicester City, maybe we push for the 7th place and try to aim for a Europa League spot. But now we'll be moving on to the monthly scouting, and I can't wait for you guys to see who we have here. Roman Arnold, great potential, but that's not who I'm talking about. Peter Bailey will get released, but Nico Stone, 3.6 million in the value, 80 to 94 potential. That might be one of the most expensive talents I have ever found. I know his name's Nicholas Stone, but we're calling him Nico. Nico Stone, what a talent we have here. I saw him and I was kind of annoyed that he was a central attacking midfielder. Just wanted a player to fit our formation, and I wanted to see how long it would take for him to turn into a striker. A little too long for my liking, as we stick him on the center forward plan, maybe try to ease him into the striker role. I do not think he has enough pace to play out wide. Maybe that's a position we look to move him on to later. But after we have a pretty full youth academy, I've released our first player, Justin Reilly, the 34 rated original American center back turned CDM. Just not enough potential, not enough rating. It hurts to, get rid of one of the originals, but had to do it, as I gave Nico Stone the untucked shirt. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but I gave him a blue rubber band. Just why not? Like to give every generated player a little bit of uniqueness. But as you can see, Nico Stone has potential to be special. Yep, Nico Stone. You love to see that, as I would change his number again. 20, I don't know. I like to keep it realistic. A lot of the Burnley Youth Academy players had their numbers around the 40s, and I decided to throw 49 on him. Why not? Nico Stone, 49. After some good performances, maybe this season I'll drop him to, a more first team role. But the first season, I'm going to give him a number such as that. And as you guys can see, Josh Brownhill has returned from his injury. It didn't really take that long. I'm pretty sure it was a 2-month injury, but after one episode, he's already back. We really won't be, I guess, missing him for too long. I wanted to throw Nico Stone on the bench. I kind of had a hard time dropping someone, but I ended up dropping a backup goalkeeper because, let's be honest, when is our goalkeeper ever going to get injured? And I also wanted to throw Brownhill back on the bench, and I would take off Ashley Barnes. Already have one backup striker, and even Nico Stone. I'm going to try to, morph into a striker. So with that, we move both Brownhill and Nico Stone into the first team, and we go on to probably our biggest and most difficult game of the season, Manchester City. After some good performances in the Premier League as of late, can we deliver against currently in real life, the biggest club in England, and probably in FIFA too, the best and biggest club in England? And I was a little nervous here, visiting the Etihad. As a team like Burnley, we could cut it against Brighton, we can cut it against Crystal Palace, but can we cut it against Manchester City and Pep Guardiola? We'll have to see. But yeah, we'll look at the Etihad Tifo. It's kind of funny. I think that's an unrealistic amount of fans in the stadium. I know, corny joke that City has no fans. Had to get it out. Everyone has to get that out. But as you can see, Aguero, 9 goals in the league this season. Apparently, he's on course to becoming to break the record. I don't know. Every single player, every season of FIFA has some kind of record-breaking run, and then they end up only getting 15 goals in the end. Like that, Aguero will hit at least 20. And we'll start off the game with a poor touch from Musonda. I've been liking the confidence that Musonda has been giving us, but with plays like that, it's a little dangerous to take the ball infield like that. And Aguero barely misses as Chris Wood attempts to play in Joe Ellington. Joe Ellington's through own goal, and it's a good save from Ederson. But that won't be the first time we exploit City's high line and their high-pressed style play, as Manchester City look to attack us again with through Aguero. De Bruyne plays it into Rodri. Rodri now. It's a good ball into De Bruyne. What a save. Nick Pope keeps the game level 0-0. I was just thinking in my head, okay, keep this game 0-0 as long as you can and take your chances. No more squandering one-on-ones. And we were playing with my play style pretty well as we win the ball there with Ben Mee, such a crucial player to our team. And we look to counter on the break, on the brink of halftime. Joe Ellington now plays it in for Dwight McNeil on the left-hand side. Dwight McNeil picks out a cross for Chris Wood, and it's ended up in the net. Chris Wood, what a beautiful cross from Dwight McNeil, and a great shot from Chris Wood. And I was a little nervous. I thought that they were going to give this as an own goal. And, I mean, it's going on target. I don't understand how you could possibly call that an own goal. But, of course they do, because FIFA is stupid, and they robbed our boy Chris Wood of his 3rd goal in 3 games. I don't know how that's not a goal, guys. He shoots it right at the goal. Like, if it wasn't blocked, it was still going in. That's like the definition of a goal, right? Like, that's how you determine between a goal and an own goal. If the shot's on target, it's not an own goal. The shot is on target. It would have went in. How is that an own goal? But we are up 1-0. That is all that matters, and we are in a safe position now. As right off of the bat, off halftime, Joe Ellington looks to turn provider yet again. Plays it into Chris Wood. Can we finish? Of course we can. I mean, I don't know if I would say of course we can like that, but can Chris Wood finish? Of course he can. I don't know about everyone else in this team, but Chris Wood, I think he was a little angry that they took away that first goal from him. They probably heard on the announcer that they gave it to Ederson, and he wanted to score right off halftime. Ran through 1v1. He definitely told me in the dressing room, coach, I'm scoring. I don't care. I need this goal against Manchester City. I don't care that they took it away from me. I'll get one more. And as he celebrated, he looks at me. You could see, look at the little glance over to the bench, just, making sure I was looking at him. And yeah, we definitely see you, Chris Wood, coming to light. 3 goals in 3 games. I would even consider that 4 goals in 3 games. I think that really should have been his goal. But Rodri gets tackled by McGinn, who's been an absolutely immense player in our midfield. Joe Wellington sprints through the gap of the defense, and he'll turn provider yet again. Chris Wood for a second.
A counter-attack at pace.
Remember what I said about our finishing? Remember what I said about Chris Wood's finishing?
Well, in order to play like this, you do have to have speed.
5 1v1s in this episode missed. Is there some kind of secret way to finish 1v1s? Is there some kind of glitch or hack that I'm missing out on? I don't know. But look at this. Charlie Taylor, what a tackle. And that will lead to Joe Wellington to take the ball up the field. And can this be a third goal? And he's of course going to turn provider again. And Chris Wood has his brace. Joe Wellington, assist after assist after assist. And Chris Wood, goal after goal after goal. We formed quite the partnership up top in this game as Joe Wellington gets another assist. Honestly, he's probably on pace to breaking the assist record by Thierry Henry. What is it, 20 assists? Joe Wellington already has, I think, 8 or 9 this season. I definitely think it can happen. And that would be crazy if that were to happen, because if you told me in real life that Joe Wellington in this season would become the top assist maker, I would laugh in your face. I think anyone sane would have laughed in your face. And 3-0 after 70 minutes against Man City. This is not a dream. I don't know, I'm pinching myself right now. It's just the annoying thing is that I'm playing on Ultimate and I'm beating a team like City 3-0, which really shouldn't happen, as well Bernardo Silva will make it 3-1, but they try to replicate the tactics of the teams in real life into FIFA, but they're so bad at it. They are so bad at it. And they gave, City's like high pressure, high line style play into the game. But it's so easy to breach. Like you saw me 3 times, just 1v1 with the goalkeeper. And it was, in the end, a routine win, 3-1, and we win another game as we go into the last game of the episode, like I was saying. I just think they should really fix, the realism of how teams play. Of course, if you're going to make that kind of style of play, that kind of high pressure, high line style play, bad in FIFA, how can a team like City be good? Because that's what you're designing their tactics as. But we go into this game against Liverpool. Confidence at a high. We just won against City away from them by 3 goals. And Liverpool also notorious for playing with a high line, so maybe I thought we could squeeze a win out of this one too. Another upset, but Henderson slips through Diogo Jota, and inside 12 minutes, it's 1-0 Liverpool. We're snapping us right back into earth. Diogo Jota scores at Turf Moor, and not a great start, as I gave Nico his debut at central attacking midfielder today. And Diogo Jota will turn past his man. Could have slipped in the player there, but instead it'll find Wijnaldum anyway, and he'll get a shot off, and it hits the post. We are not playing well at all, but Nico Stone will get the ball. He'll take it down the line using his speed. I like this from him, taking it down the line past Trent. A lot of confidence from this young man as he plays McGinn. McGinn tries to slip it in. McGinn gets the rebound back somehow into Furlong. Furlong, who already had that crazy goal last time. McGinn into Max Mason. Can he get his first goal?
The goals seem to be at his mercy, but defenders don't.
Would you consider that a 1v1? I don't know. I think that was a pretty simple chance. I know he's not that high rated, but he's a left-footed player. Oh, come on. He has to hit the target. Would I say 6 for the counter? I don't know, but that chance definitely comes back to haunt us as Sadio Mane off the corner kick. Our first corner kick goal we've conceded in this save. Kind of gave me flashbacks to that goal he scored against Real Madrid in the Champions League final. But at halftime, it's 2-0. And it's not a great half. We really did not play great at all. Missing our only chance of the half. And it's kind of a poor start to life for Max Mason. I said I enjoy using him, but if you think about it, missing that chance and also the poor play he had against Aston Villa that cost us a goal. There's probably some critics online calling him a flop already. And as you can see, there were literally no chances in the second half, 0 chances, and that is how the game would end. I know, crazy. 2-0, and we are defeated by Liverpool at Turf Moor. And as I said before, this was the last game of this episode, and I just want to thank you guys if you stuck around this long. Thank you for watching this episode, guys. Pretty good games. Some wins in the Premier League, getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup But in the end, what can you do? You play Liverpool and you play Aston Villa with your B team. But yeah, as I do every episode now, I wanted to show my MVP for the episode. And of course, it's Chris Wood, who scored 4 goals out of his 5 in the league all today in this episode. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And stay tuned for more Burnley content. And yeah, thank you. Have a good day.